What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Motorsport Manager on PC. We are on our way to Munich for the German Grand Prix. Today we will take care of round 6 and 7 in the European Racing Series. Let's get right into it. Some practice news, car condition, only 17 hours to fix the car today. We've got an interview with XBC Sport, Garuda Racing's Beauchamp had a bit of a disaster in that race, finishing down in 17th. What's your analysis? Doesn't surprise me, he's an awful driver. Looking at Garuda Racing from the outside, their team looks weak. I can't say that today's result shocked me. They just got unlucky. Gene Francis is an excellent driver, and I'm sure his form will pick up soon. I think I'm just going to say that, and now, 1 week, 2 weeks later, he's open to discussing terms with me. Sounds great. Probably not going to reach out to you. Sabato gets a trait for podium that lasts for 2 weeks. Morale +5. Jean-Pierre Gerard gets the exact same thing. And just some news after the race. So we'll let them. Actually, we are now second in top speed, third in acceleration, third in deceleration, and our medium speed or mid-speed corners were fourth. I can't do any more improving in that medium speed because I can't get to great. I need to build a new building for the headquarters, and we just don't have enough money this first season to upgrade the headquarters. And with 5 races left in the season, I want to continue to create parts. Shortly, I'm going to stop building parts and start saving money, so in the off season we can upgrade one of the headquarters, one of the buildings in the headquarters, or actually not even upgrade, just build a research facility for one of these 4 if we're still in GP2, or possibly a front to rear wing if we're still in GP3, and then a front wing or rear wing possibly if GP2 does not have them as spec parts. So where were we again here? Third and third. I think we'll go to gearbox. Maybe actually we're going to do gearbox. So we'll start out just with acceleration +20, and we will build that part. Costs $1,050,000. That's fine. We're making about $1 million a race, so that's very doable. And now we'll let them repair the car. Alright, so car repair finished. Working on designing. While we're designing, we'll continue to improve. We're going to focus solely on our new engine here at 63%. Should be done fairly quickly. We'll have 17 days to go before the next Grand Prix. Then the gearbox is finished, and I think I'm just right away going to start designing a new one. So acceleration +20, and then acceleration +30. And that'll be the best gearbox that we're going to be able to create or build right now. It costs 1.1 mil. And there it is, gearbox complete. As far as, the engine reliability is complete. Basket case today, so both of the engines now at 100%. So we will start improving the reliability of the new gearbox. See if we can't get that moved up to some serviceable number prior to the German Grand Prix in Munich. Report on the race in Munich, a 25-lap race, about a 3-mile lap length with a 40% chance of rain. I don't mind that at all. Gives us a chance to make some more strategy calls to try to improve our standing, and the new gearbox is complete. So let's take a look. I might leave that gearbox alone in the hopes that this other gearbox is ready to go. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to leave this gearbox just sit for now and hope that the other gearbox improves enough, although we only have 6 days. Yep, that's it. We're going. We've got one new sponsor offer, so let's take a look here. Notify. Second or above for 3 races, 700,000 in Russia. You get a 3.2. I don't think we go to Russia. This one's interesting. Second or above, 4 races with a 2x for the home bonus for the German Grand Prix, which is coming up. So that would be about 1.3 million for that one. Or I think we're going to take this deal because we are headed to Germany right now. So we're going to go with Wonderluck because it's second or above for 1.3, which would end up being 2 million in total if we can meet that target. And we will fit parts. How did we do with the gearbox? Let's get the new engine assigned to Sabato and the other engine assigned to Gerard. And the new gearbox is at 83. I think it's worth it. So we'll give that also to Sabato, and we'll give the other one to Gerard. And I will check in with you all right after practice. Alright, so we're nearing now the last 30 seconds of practice. We are going to get a full lap in here, so the clock's run out, but we still get a full lap. I think I did a pretty good job with the setups. We're going to be in the high 90s for both, I believe, right off the bat. So no risk takes to start the race. What makes me nervous, though, is that everybody's been working on medium tires while we've been working on soft tires. Let's go check out the setups. Let's get ready to put our setups together. We look right away to see it is currently raining, and it is going to continue to rain at least for a long enough period of time. We can't see how much longer. So we will be preparing ourselves for a wet race on Inter. So we're going to go with the race trim and light-footed on soft tires here, just because if it dries out and we get an opportunity to do a decent sized stint on soft tires, I need Sabato to have that. Otherwise he's just garbage and we don't have medium tires to use. So we're going to do race trim here and Pit Stop Guru refueling. I am curious about this fuel economy piece, but I can't imagine that it's going to give me a big enough increase that I'd be able to just do a one-stop strategy with Gerard. Car setups looking pretty good. Great, excellent, excellent, and excellent, excellent, great. I think we'll compare here quick. Almost like 2. Let's have a little bit too little with Sabato, so I'm going to increase it just a tiny amount, and hopefully that 98 turns to a 99 or 100. I'm going to guess just a 99, or it could stay right at 98, but maybe I'll get 3 excellence here. Feedback after the first race. We are going to go into Inter 16 to 18 laps on intermediates, and we can go 10 laps with the fuel. So easy setups to start things off. And let's take a look at Gerard's speed balance, just a little off. I wonder if I go this direction and then just go down a whole click. Wonder if that's gonna be a better mix there for Gerard. I think we're gonna roll the dice on this one too and do that. 17 to 19 on the inters, and of course 10 laps of fuel. So I think we're ready to go here. We'll set up the strategy, attack and overtake for both drivers at the start of the race. Get a chance to take a look at the grid. Same thing we've been seeing, except for now Sabato back to 20th because he is leading in the Drivers' Championship, and Gerard still in 17th. So we do have that 2 different lines, which I really like to have at the starts of the race. And now we go to 5 red lights for the German Grand Prix in Munich. Let's go Firebird, round 6 of the European Racing Series, and great start, good start from Sabato, not so good from Gerard. Gerard has lost. Gerard's in 20th and Sabato up to 14th. Let's just hope our boys don't crash. Knock on wood. I shouldn't have said that. Oh, man. And Sabato with the first lap from heaven. In 10th, in 8th, from 20th to 8th in 2 sectors. How can he finish off this first lap? He's fallen back down to 9th, looking at the inside of 7th. Who is that? Somebody's going to take 7th away from him on the inside. John's the tier, but he takes it out, and from 20th to 7th in 1 lap, and Gerard marred back in 20th place. I think will allow Sabato to push a bit more because these drivers in front of him right now are lined up and ready to be passed, and he is definitely going faster. Gerard now at least up into 19th, Sabato into 15th. Let's go back and take a look at what is hampering Gerard here. Now Gerard begins to make his moves. He just needed a little attention, that's all. Up into 17th, and pretty quickly we need to take them off of attacking fuel. Well, actually, I think we're going to let them attack for quite a bit here. Gerard now in 17th. Sabato up into 3rd. Gerard into 16th. Two drivers in the pits. I guess there must have been an incident. Chu and Johnsdottir collided somewhere along the track, but both able to nurse the car back to pit lane. Gerard into 14th, doing a great job. Now that lap, what are we on? 3 has started up into 12th. Let's see. And now Sabato just can't seem to make the pass. He's on the gearbox of Santa Ana, but just can't seem to do it. We're going to speed it up a little bit. And there it is, Sabato into 1st. That's exactly what we need. And now that Santa Ana is now holding him up, he should be able to just check out. So we're going to go down to medium and let him hopefully increase that gap. Already up to 4 seconds. Let's let Sabato work for 3 more laps. Gerard still on medium and also advancing his way up the standings into 6th on the inside of 5th. Had to give it up. Arbeloa holding him off. Gerard around the outside. And he's going to be on the outside again. But if he can hold it, he'll be on the inside. And he can. And he's going to get around 2 drivers. Gets around Evans as well. Up into 4th. And Beauchamp now in 3rd place. I think we're going to need to come into the pits here on this lap for Sabato. So only 8. But if we go 8, 9, 8, we'll be fine. Weather looks like it's going to dry out soon. So if other drivers have saved their tires or their fuel, they may be switching on to softs on the next pit stop. Shoot. Well, I mean, we are where we are now. There's nothing we can do about it. So we're going to pit and we're going back onto inters. Going on the wrong tire compound would be suicide. We're going to put just 8 laps of fuel in. We're going to come out in 10th place. Balanced pit stop for Sabato. So Sabato will be coming into the pits here on lap 8 of 25. Likely the first into the pits that was not involved in an incident anyway. Gerard in 4th on the gearbox, looks like, of Santa Ana. Just can't get around with that. With the engine mode in medium. There it is. Now Gerard looking to make the pass into 3rd place. And Gerard now up into 2nd place, of course, gets around Sabato. Sabato actually comes out in 7th. And Vananen gets a drive-through penalty for causing a collision. Dembele and Vananen collide. We are at low fuel for Gerard. We need to call Gerard into the pits. Also going to have to go on intermediates because going on the wrong compound, even for a lap, would be suicide. Probably doesn't need 8 laps of fuel. We'll give him jeepers creepers. We'll give him 6 laps of fuel here. And going to come out in 15th, it says. I think it'll be less than that with that pit stop guru. And now Sabato obviously pushing. Now up into 6th. We just have to hope that when Beauchamp pits, he puts on intermediates as well. Or that other drivers are putting on inters. Drivers pitting now are going to soft tires, so we should be able to check out on them. There was a mistake on the tires. I didn't catch that for Gerard. I don't know how short or long that was. Sabato already up into 2nd place now. The track is beginning to dry out, so pushing and abusing the tires is just fine. Beauchamp into the pits. Beauchamp will be going on to softs. Let's hope that the track is not yet ready for soft tires. I don't think it is. I think that we will be still just stepping out on inters, and we are by a large margin. We're going to leave Sabato out for 1 lap. The question is, we probably should bring Gerard in right now, so Gerard doesn't have to stay out for 2 laps on these inters, who's now in 3rd place. Still 2 more pit stops to go in the Grand Prix, so no reason to go on to the mediums. There's no way anyone can stretch 10 laps of fuel to 15 laps. So everyone still has to pit at least once more. That's a good thing. Gerard coming in. I better make sure I made the right tire selection. Soft tires. Filling full of fuel. He's pitting from 3rd place. And is cutting out more than a second a lap right now from Beauchamp, just being on the correct tire for the weather. So, mistake on fuel this time. All right, and Sabato's saying the track is drying. I tend to agree. We'll get around. But great on fuel, good on tires. There goes Beauchamp. Sabato going to come out of the pits 10 seconds behind the leader. Come on, Gerard. Get around him. Gerard falls into 10th, not able to make it happen. Now gets around Tang, but Cavalcanti's in front. And there it is. Now Gerard in front of both Cavalcanti and Tang. And as soon as he gets around them, just checks out. Definitely being held up by those 2 drivers on the medium tire compound. Sabato now only 1 second off of Beauchamp. Beauchamp going into the pits right now. I probably need to pause for a second here. I need to figure out what I'm doing with Gerard. We'll have Gerard pit on this lap onto soft tires. 8 laps remaining, so we will fill Gerard up with 9.65 laps of fuel. That's a bit of a glitch here. For some reason, sometimes you can't fill it all the way up. It grays out. I don't quite understand why that happens, but definitely a glitch. The suspension is wearing out. I'm not going to waste time fixing it because he's falling back to 8th just from this pit stop. Pit with Gerard, and we will head back to Sabato, who needs to push now because Beauchamp is heading to the pits on lap 18. We are going to try an overcut, and we will bring Sabato to the pits on lap 19 with 6 laps remaining. Onto the soft tires. 8 laps of fuel in. Suspension and gearbox are in terrible way. Because we've been pushing, I think, for the whole race, basically. We've really been asking the car to deliver. That's going to hurt us. That will slow Sabato down significantly. Gerard into the pits now. Please get your booty out of the pits. He's out already. There we go. Gerard exits in 5th place. Heck yes. Gerard with excess fuel. Here comes Sabato. Where is Beauchamp? Is Beauchamp going to be able to make the pass? That's not Beauchamp. That's not Beauchamp. And Sabato comes out in first and holds Beauchamp up. Beauchamp had to lock him up just about to stay off of Sabato as he exited the pits. We have to go to high and attack. The tires can last. The fuel in the car is really what we're worried about here. And Beauchamp with the same strategy, high and attack. Let's see what Sabato can do with a little bit of a beat-up car. Lap traffic could help, also could majorly hinder. Sabato leading the Grand Prix. Let's take a look, just a quick peek over here at Gerard, who is 8.2 seconds behind Jaw. Getting ahead of Jaw could be crucial, but that's a big gap to make up. And Sabato was radioing in that something's wrong with the suspension. 3 laps remaining in the German Grand Prix as Sabato continues to set a pace, increasing the gap to Beauchamp. Now 2.5 seconds as Beauchamp got stuck behind lap traffic. Sabato on fresher tires with a car that is having some issues. Gerard still in 4th, but on the gearbox of Mello. Final lap of the Grand Prix, Sabato has opened up a 3-second lead on Beauchamp. This could be top step of the German Grand Prix for Andre Sabato. And Gerard is now on the gearbox of Jaw. Come on, mate. Sabato, 4-second gap nearly on Beauchamp. Sabato comes home for first place. Gerard trying to also get on the last step of the podium, heading to the final 2 corners, not able to make it work. And Jaw is going to take 3rd, Gerard in 4th. A good Grand Prix, 1st and 4th. We met our sponsor target, so that's an extra 1.3 million for the like 2 times bonus in that sponsor's home Grand Prix. And the driver standings now: Andre Sabato in first, Tanvir Jah in second, Beauchamp in third, and Gerard in fourth. The top four holding positions steady after 6 rounds of the Grand Prix. After 6 rounds of the European Racing Series, Firebird MRT with 211 and Garuda Racing with 209. And now Silva Racing is now in third with 133, and Eastwood with 132. Wow, and Vexala with 130. So 4 points surrounding 3, 4, 5. That's a big race for money for those 3 teams, but really at this point it feels like a 2-horse race for the Constructors Championship and a promotion to GP2. Take a peek at post-race mail. Car condition only 12 hours, nice. And an interview for Motor Racing Magazine. Luigi Marchetta's agent has been telling reporters all over town they are interested in signing his client up next season. Is this true? May look into it one day, and Luigi has no change. Diesel at 4th. Diesel's not that expensive to build. The brakes, it's only 500,000. So maybe we just say let's go for it all. Let's maybe not save as much money as I was planning, and we'll just build at least one part and see how we stack up. Here's an interesting one. GMA members will debate a change to the European Racing Series point system next week, and a move that could have a huge impact on how drivers and teams championships play out. The proposed rule would see points only being given out to the top 5 drivers, meaning that teams lower down the championship may struggle to score any points at all. This is a somewhat old-fashioned approach, but it has seen support from Mustafa El Sadat, who claims that the rule change is a good thing. It would mean that the cream always rises to the top, and I'm pretty creamy. Sadat. That's an interesting quote from you there, pal. And factory staff is currently idle. We knew that was coming because they finished the gearbox reliability. So I think we'll work to improve the second gearbox reliability that we built, and the brakes will be the last part that we build. From there on out, we'll be getting the reliability as high as we can, but also improving performance, because you can see here as an example for the new brakes, currently performance is 244, and this improving performance can get up to 257. We maybe shouldn't have built that or designed the one new brake there. And a new name has joined the ranks of renowned Milanese fashion design house La Rocca. Firebird MRT driver Andre Sabato, the 31-year-old driver, was tapped by the company's lead designer Alada De Niro, funny name, Alada De Niro, after noticing the striking outfits that Sabato wears around the paddock. I'm really excited to get involved in La Rocca. Having some of the most stylish people in the world wearing my clothes would be a dream come true, said Sabato. So designing a clothing line for 20 weeks gets a marketability of plus 25. That's huge for sponsors. And Andre Sabato needs advice on love. It's about my other half. I know she's not perfect, but at my age, I should start settling for what I can get. Do you think I should marry her? So follow your heart. Gets a personality trait of annoying other half and adds personality trait of just married. Or you can do better, adds personality trait feeling blue. I don't really know what to do here. I'm going to tell Sabato to follow his heart. And now it's time for the new vote. Points for the top 5 only. This rule would benefit traditional teams, Firebird, Vexala, and ZRT Autosport, and it would not benefit progressive teams, Garuda, Octane, Dragon Racing, and Team China. I think I'm actually going to abstain, even though this is a quite important vote. So we will abstain and just let it be what it is. How is it going to come out? And the vote is rejected. 6 votes to 4. We are the only principal to abstain. Firebird MRT's Andre Sabato clearly hasn't gotten his roots, as anybody who made it down to the local go-karting track earlier this week would be able to tell you. The Brazilian driver took time out of his busy schedule to teach a group of youngsters certain tips and tricks, such as the best racing lines and ideal braking techniques. Sabato then took to the track, setting a series of blistering lap times. Andre Sabato is my hero. I'll always love him and Firebird MRT after today, said one of the kids, beaming. Training young drivers plus 20 morale for 20 weeks. Awesome. We are in first place and better than our target of third. We knew that already. And the report on Guildford, 23 laps, 3.5 mile track, 20% chance of rain on race day. And to pick our sponsors that we're taking with us, we're going to go back to Jandermole Media. We will bring them with to Great Britain. And time to fit parts. How do we do on the new gearbox? Up to 87%. No, it's not 100, but we're going to go there. So I will check in with you all after practice. Okay, we're nearing the last, well, we're at the last 30 seconds of practice. I think we did a bang-up job with the setups. Sabato into the pits as he was running out of fuel, and practice has ended. So looks like we've got excellent, great, and excellent for both drivers. Let's get ourselves ready for the race. Things could get interesting. Rain will be here in, what is that? 4 laps or so. So we will be obviously going on the super soft tire. For Sabato, we will do race trim and super soft tires. And Gerard will do race trim and pit stop guru. Car setups are good. Interesting that they're both great. One's below the H, one's way to the left of the H. We're going to start off on the super soft tires. We're going to be coming in here pretty quick, but I'm going to leave it full of 10 laps of fuel. Because if we're pushing and it doesn't get really, it rains really lightly for the first 6 laps, the track might not be wet enough, so I don't want to have to pit sooner than I'm ready. I'm going to do this for Sabato. We'll risk it a little bit. Super soft. 9 to 11. Only 9 to 11 laps on the super soft tires for Sabato. 23 lap race. And driver strategy, we go to attack and overtake to start the race. Let's take a look at the grid. Pretty sure it's going to be the same as usual. Sabato in 20th, Gerard in 17th. And now we go to 5 red lights for the British Grand Prix Firebird MRT. Who's going to get the start? Gerard up the inside into 16th. Sabato, moves to what is the outside line, now the inside line. Sabato sticking in 20th. Gerard up to 12th, 11th already. Great start. Love your work, mate. Pushes to the outside, now the inside. Up into 9th place for Gerard in the first lap of the British Grand Prix. Up into 7th as Sabato in 18th, battling for 18th and 19th. Sabato into 7th. We'll fast forward a little bit, not much to do, but just witness Gerard's lightning first lap. Now up into 4th from 17th and up into 3rd. 1 lap into the British Grand Prix from 17th up to 3rd on the gearbox of 2nd. Jean-Pierre Gerard does not like sitting in 4th in the Drivers' Championship. Sabato struggling in, now up into 12th, 13th. And Gerard, love your work, mate. Love your work. Sabato in 11th, ahead of both of the Garuda Racing drivers, which is what we want to see. Up into 10th, now into 9th, flying by drivers. By lap 6, it is going to be intermediate time, but it's, hold on, it's only going to be wet for 3 laps maybe, so just a short rain coming. And with a 7-second gap only between Gerard and Sabato, they could be stacked in the pits. Gerard up into first place. I didn't notice that. Sorry, we missed it. We're going to go on to inters, I think, because it's going to be faster. Or maybe we do a split strategy. One stays on the soft. One pits onto inters. Let's make sure that we're prepared to do that. So we're going to move Sabato down to medium and neutral. Sabato still in 7th here on his super soft tires with 2 soft tire drivers in front of him. Gerard just opening up a gap. Rain has not started yet. And now the rain will likely begin. And it's starting to rain slowly. And Gerard is having a wonderful drive. 14-second gap on second place. And now we need to basically make our choice. I think we do it with Gerard. And maybe we let Sabato try to tough things out. So we'll bring Gerard in onto the inters. We want him... Oh, and this is an extremely long pit box. Because even with a 7-second pit stop, he's going to come out in 13th. I think we do it. I think we do it. We could really regret this decision. But I want to have Gerard on the proper tire compound. Do we bring Sabato in as well? Gerard is out of... Gerard's going to exit in first, it says. Gerard is out of the pit stall. So, I don't... Actually, I think if we try to call Sabato in right now, he's going to miss. So, I think we let Sabato suffer through this with the other drivers. Nobody else is coming in. It said exit position first. No, exit position's 12th. So now we need Gerard to push. He needs to make these inters work, and it should work. He should be able to drive around these cars like they aren't there. And he is. Look at him go. Oh, this was the right move. Oh, this was the right move for Gerard. Could have been the right move for Sabato as well. Look at Gerard. Into first. Just like that. He is going to check back out again. The rain is not going to continue. Even if we bring Sabato in now, it's likely the wrong choice. Well, is it though? It is. It'd be the wrong choice. We're going to let Sabato go here for maybe one more lap. On his super soft tires, they are extremely worn out. 25% left on his super soft tires. He's gone 9 laps. I think he has to pit twice. So taking those tires 9 laps is going to be enough to be able to just do 2 more stints on the super soft. Great work, Sabato. Is it going to rain again? Not in the near future. We'll give him 10 laps of fuel. Balanced pit stop. He's got a nearly 30-second gap on second place. And he is expected to come out in first. So as long as the pit crew does not make a mistake, come on, boys in the pit crew, good and good. A 7.3 second pit stop, and Gerard comes back out into first place. Let's take a look at Sabato, who is way down the order in 18th. But lots of cars in the pits, including Mello. Does Mello get out in front of us? Yes, Mello now right in front, but we are on the faster tire compound. Up into 8th, in front of Mello. And everybody in front of us, of course, besides Gerard, now needs to still make a pit stop. And they are on inters, the wrong tire compound for the track. Arbeloa into the pits. Can we get out in front of Arbeloa is the question. And yes, we can, into second place. So currently sitting 1-2 for Firebird MRT. We have managed this wet weather perfectly. We'll call in Sabato at the completion of lap 16. And he will be going on to the super softs. Only 9 to 11 laps he can get on the super soft. So we'll be asking him to do a little bit of work as far as tire management goes. But I think these super softs are that much faster. As far as fuel usage goes, Sabato actually came back out in 3rd, but I think Benanin will need to pit yet. And Gerard comes out squeaky clean into first place with a nearly 1 minute lead on Venanen, who needs to pit yet. So Gerard, just pure dominance from Jean-Pierre Gerard. And now Sabato moves up into second, but only a 2.1 second lead on Beauchamp, needing to conserve fuel. And oh my gosh, it's raining a little bit, and it's going to rain again at the end of the Grand Prix. So again, the last 2 laps of the Grand Prix will be wet, and inters will be the way to go for those last 2. It's a matter of do we pit or not during the final lap of the Grand Prix in first place with a 40-second lead. Let's see how Sabato is doing. 8-second gap on Beauchamp. Let's just sit back and watch. I don't need to commentate. Let's just enjoy. Top step of the podium. Get in there. Love your work, Gerard. Love your work. And there's Andre Sabato. Second place, a 1-2 for Firebird MRT. And the sweetest part of this finish is that we see Beauchamp in third. Great job. But Jaw down in 8th position. That's outstanding. That is going to allow us to increase our lead in the Constructors' Championship. And here's what we like to see. Not only does Gerard take the top spot on the podium, but also has the fastest lap of the race. So 22 points for Gerard, 19 for Sabato. So that becomes, what, 41? And Garuda, 18 and 13 get 35. So a 6-point gap in this race. So that will be both first and second, and then of course obviously the Constructors Trophy for the British Grand Prix. And drivers standings actually remain the same for the top 4. No movement. Sabato, Jaw, Beauchamp, Gerard, but now 20 points separating the top 4 drivers and only 6 points separating second, third, and fourth. After 7 rounds of the European Racing Series, Firebird MRT, 252 points in first place in front of Garuda Racing with 241, now an 11-point gap. I'm going to leave this episode here. So pumped for the 1-2. Hope you guys are enjoying this series. If you are, smash that like button. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Maybe some predictions for rounds 8, 9, and 10. And if you think we're going to be able to make it to GP2 and beat out Garuda Racing, who are predicted to take first in this first season of Motorsport Manager on PC. As always, guys, thank you for hanging out with me, and I will catch y'all in the next one.